Alright guys, this is Joe again from London Sound Production, hitting you up with another tutorial, and this one is going to be about making a dubstep lead synth, which should sound a little bit like this. Cool, so obviously in this video I'm going to be using Malstrom instead of Thor. I think I used Thor a little bit too much. Plus Malstrom has a better sound, better feel for this sort of sound. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my first Malstrom. I've got it set to the initial patch. I'm going to set myself up 2 of the saw waves, the Sawtooth 16. So I'm going to get myself 2 of these. And that sounds like this. It's quite good as it is, obviously, but to make your music stand out, we definitely need more depth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to route this through filter B, both of these oscillators through filter B. I'm going to keep the envelopes as they are because they're perfect for what we need. And I'm going to open up a comb plus filter. I'm going to bring the frequency down to about this. Nice, that just gives it a little bit of extra grit. I'm quite happy with how it's sounding out of this one, but in this I'm gonna combine the Malstrom with another one. So I'm just gonna copy the settings over and go copy device and tracks, and then paste it in here. So we've got 2 of the same Malstroms within this combinator. Having both the same settings. Having the same settings in both Malstroms just makes the sound louder. So what I'm going to do is use this Malstrom to add some different waves, some different waveforms, some different noises, just to give it that extra depth, to be honest with you. I'm going to try a square wave. Let's try the square 16. Okay, now you probably can't notice anything at the moment, but that will be adding some extra noise in there, just to sort of bulk it out a little bit. To give it even more grit, I'm going to open up a Scream 4, but first I need to do some routing around the back of this combinator. So I'm going to open up a line mixer to combine these 2. Just going to do some routing here at the moment. I'm going to bring myself in a Scream 4 distortion unit. It's probably best to hold shift before you open up your Scream in this situation, otherwise it's going to add it to an auxiliary, and that's not what we want. I'm going to have the master out coming into the input and have the output coming up here. Good, that's working properly, but I'm going to fiddle around with these settings a little bit because I'm not quite happy with the distortion at the moment. I might add the tape distortion. Also, I'm going to add some body. I'm going to get rid of the resonance and turn the scale the whole way up and make it type B. Yeah, that sounded alright, but I still think there's something missing. I'm going to bring in an equalizer. So it runs from, not from the sends. I want the equalizer to be in between the Malstroms and the Scream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of some frequencies in the middle, get some more frequencies up the top end so we get that screeching effect coming through a little bit more, and also some frequencies around here to give us a bit more bottom ends. Good. I'm just going to turn down the volume on this square because I think a little bit too much is coming through. Cool. Cool, yeah, that sounded quite good, but to give it that extra depth, what I want to do is throw in a reverb unit. Yeah, just so we've got some reverb in there. It sounds quite good. Gonna have this dry wet mixed more towards the dry, just so we get a little bit of that reverb rather than quite a large amount. I'm gonna have the decay. Yeah, we'll keep it about there. Keep this down. Maybe have a little bit more high, and then play the note. Yeah, and if you want to personalize this, sorry, you can fiddle around with some of these settings. I'm going to play my note arrangement through and just fiddle around with a few settings until I'm happy. Cool. This has been Joe, London Sound Production. If you want to hear any more tutorials on Reason and Logic, hit me up on youtube.com/LDN Sound Production. And thanks for watching.